When I used to drive in the car and I would see on the side of the road and I would see this and I would wonder, why is it this like this? Why should we not do something? So it was just something like maybe I just put it down there in the universe and I met Shruti, who she was our fund director, and I joined Garbage Free England. And I think that was my start of my journey to start thinking about what happens with our waste and where does it go, and these kind of questions which one had never really asked. Let's do something together. And so GFI and my friend Hansu Pardiwala and Kunti Oza, the three of us actually started with the first project, which was to really do 40 buildings in Cuff Parade and teach them segregation. So that was our first best building practices, and we actually engaged with the municipal corporation, with resident societies, with individuals, with the ALMs. It was just a step by step. When you are confronted with an issue, you start thinking about it. Where to store this, what to do with this, how do we get in touch with the recyclers. So it was just an organic way of trying to address this waste. And before we knew it, we started engaging clubs. And before COVID, we were collecting milk bags on stock exchange, from World Trade Center, from individuals, from whoever was willing to give it to it, we'll pick it up. So that's how it started. And it's just something that I think it just struck a chord with people because it was so simple to do it. And so there were calls from people who said, we'd like to do it in our city, and we'd made a small little presentation on how you can set it up and do it. And very happy to know that people are doing it in Delhi, in Hyderabad, in Chennai, in Bangalore. And so it just goes to show that I believe that nothing is too small. You can just do something small and it might resonate with people and they might want to do it. We develop these programs which we can run through schools to teach children. It's called the Environmental Learning Program. We also have a menstrual health and hygiene program which we run with young girls and adolescents and even mothers. Then how you can make sensible choices. You can move away from the traditional methods. You can start looking at menstrual cups and things like that, so that you reduce the burden on your landfills. So become a little aware. You will see so many small things that you can do to just change, and this is behavior change. Like earlier when we were kids, at least when I was a kid, we never had plastic bags. My mother used to get it from Amerson when they opened, and it used to be kept underneath the bed. Oh, it's a very special bag, because everybody had kapde ka thelas. So we need to go back to really rethink that, can we just try and make a little bit of effort, because they do something which is veering away from trying to do something in only the way that the people know how to do something.
Glad to hear that.
And more sustainable, more economical, more, I would say, putting less burden on our environment. And as much as we can reduce and recycle, because a lot of the material they use could be probably coming back again, and you're re-looking at materials. I'm doing something now. We're doing something in Alibag and in a small village in Murbad called Vaishakre, where we are trying to set up a waste management system. Because you'd be surprised, Alibag gets so much tourists. It's so affluent. There are all these people who are building these fancy homes. Land is costing so much there. They don't have a waste management system in place, and it's shocking. And so it's literally going from one panchayat to the next panchayat and trying to talk to people and tell them how important it is. And son now, he tells me, Nani, this is dry and this is wet, and he knows because he's learning in school, and I keep showing him. I said, put your dry waste in a dry thing. Now, when this age, if you just inculcate this, they get it.